morning to one and all gathered here. Yes, Badhri from Sri Manakala Engineering College. I am pursuing my B.Tech in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Now I am going to share my ideas with you in the topic corruption-free India. I am chiefly going to concentrate about anti-corruption in India. Why anti-corruption? Because as my before friends said that corruption is the main issue. It's an important obstacle which prohibits the growth of a nation, and it affects both economically, socially and politically. So I am going to chiefly concentrate on anti-corruption. First of all, corruption. What is corruption? Corruption is a simple thing. It is an act of dishonest or unethical by a person who is in the right authority in often to acquire the personal benefit of them. According to me, simply corruption is the one. It's a mixture of dishonesty and selfishness. So we all around us we are hearing corruption repeatedly. Then what is the cause of this corruption? Simply, the root cause of this corruption is that we can imagine a scenario over here. The talented people or meritorious people are denied their deserved things. This is more prevalent in education system. This does not require any further explanation, I think so. Why? Because in reservation system, the meritorious people are denied their seats owing to this reservation system. So they started cheating the government and themselves, and they are becoming corrupted. And soon they are studying, then they are coming outside as a corrupted citizen. They do not, first of all, they do not have any rights to say any of them that they are corrupted, they are corrupted, these people are corrupted. First, they themselves are corrupted, so they are blaming others. And next, importantly, world economists are agreeing to a statement that corruption is mainly due to distributional attributes of the state. And in 1913, I would like to remember an incident. In 1913, 13 largest world economies of the world, which is giving out after a global output has 12% of heavy loss due to this corruption when it is related to gross domestic product, that is GDP. Why this much corruption? It's not heavy loss. It can be controlled, but it cannot be eradicated 100%. I agree with my sister who said that is the Swiss bank report is 23.22 trillion that it was a deposit in Swiss bank. But simply, when we are speaking about the fact, we will not speak about something which is very small. We will speak only which is something very large. So here I take this chance to blame not only the politicians, who the person anyone can be. They are wholly responsible for what the activities they are. I would like to remember some of the incidents which are happened in our India. That, as my sister said before, the 2G spectrum Himalayan corruption, which was worth of 1.75 lakhs crores, which was up to a decade before. But still now the judgment is not here. We are awaiting for the judgment. Why? Because in Tamil there is a proverb. I will just translate it and say, when a judgment is given later, it's totally waste. It's busted. Why? Because if the criminals, those who are committed inside this corruption, they are being giving punishment at a late time. What is the use of it? Spot punishment will always change the situation. And there are also other scams, which is like coal scam. The coal scams of about $186 million has been a national heavy loss. All these scams were bent under directly under the nose of our Honorable Prime Minister. This was our National Treasury report submitted by CAG, that is called as Comptroller and Auditor General, has submitted this report on the period of 2004 to 2009. 186 million rupees. It's not a heavy loss. This is also heavy loss, and I can list out. I can point out many of the scams in our India which has happened. But if I say this, the time will not be enough. Why? Because the corruption and scams are many more that we cannot even speak at a time. So next, then what? Then these much of corruption is happening. Then what government is taking the step against corruption? Yes, I agree. Government has taken some steps, that as in 1860 Prosecution Act, IPC Act they took, and Prosecution of Income Tax Act, and Benami Transaction Prohibition Act, and as my sister said before, that is RTA, Right to Information Act of 2005, which bring out transparency in government administration. Anyone can question anything is the base side of it, but it also lags and fails at some conditions and criteria. At this last stage, I will conclude my speech by saying that corruption is simply saying of corruption will not change anything, because a change must come inside from us, not outside. So first we must change ourselves.